Hey guys, will you guys let me know if you can hear me okay? I have a slightly different setup today. I have a different camera. Hello. So just because the quality on my computer is rubbish, and I want you guys to be able to see me, and I have a little microphone on. So please let me know if you can hear me. I'll keep an eye on the chat for now. I want to make sure that you guys are able to hear me okay. Let me just make sure. Okay, so I'll drop a message in chat. I think it's picking up according to my thing here. It is picking up, but I just want to make sure that it actually is. So also guys, I'm quite new to live streaming. So I just want to make sure that it's all going okay and that you guys can hear. Okie dokie. And I will get started once one of you or both of you or whatever. Terry and Nemo, I can see you guys there in chat. Hello. If you guys can let me know if you can hear me. I have this. If you guys can't hear this mic, if you can't hear any sound, in which case you can't hear me now. But if you can hear me, I'll use this. If this sounds terrible, please let me know. In the chat below. But yeah. Just drop a message there. Okay, so pretty much, guys, today we are going to be talking about Christmas. So I'm grabbing my little notebook here. I'm wearing reds because Christmas. Clear but water and spots short version. Okay, so not even. Wow, Terry. That seems like a lot. That seems like a lot for you, but yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to take on. Good for you. You're awesome. You're awesome, Terry. Good for you. I'm sorry to hear about his mom as well. Clear but watery in spots. Okay. Here, problems and surgery, spine biff. Oh, spine biff. That's tough. Yeah. Foster parents so that we will get him eventually. Ah, that's lovely, Terry. Well done. Good for you. Good for you. If I could high five you, I would. He seems kind of a little bit inappropriate, but also you're doing an amazing thing and you should be super duper proud. Okay. If this is rubbish, let me know. I sounds like I'm underwater. Okay. Bear with. How's this now? Does that sound any better? This microphone isn't technically for the computer. Sorry, I keep looking this way, guys. It's for my chat. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you now what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop out the chat and I'll put it over here. Yeah, that's much better. So at least I'm looking towards the camera. That's better. Okay, Nemo, I'm taking that you said that sounds better. So I'm just going to use the onboard thing. I'm going to adjust. Nemo was here at me earlier. If you've just joined, Nemo was here at me earlier when I was trying all this stuff out. This is the first time using my camera. I'm using my filming camera for this because the onboard cameras on Macs are crap. Mac do everything so well, but for some reason they refuse to upgrade their webcams because they're terrible. But anyway, so I'm gonna get started. I'm excited for Christmas. I got my red on for Christmas. Oh yeah, just let you guys know it's not ready yet, but I will be doing a printable or maybe a couple of printables on what we're doing in today's video, so you guys can catch up on what I'm saying and print out a list. Can hear you fine, but the picture's not clear. Oh, okay, that's annoying. Hold on, let me just. It was all going right until it wasn't. Okay, hold on, guys. Sorry. Am I blurry? I shouldn't be blurry. I might be a little bit blurry though. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm just cleaning my glasses. They are for distance, but yeah. Sorry, we're having some slight technical difficulties. Okay, bear with me. I'm just going to just focus on this bad boy. Okay, is that any better? Okay. There we go. No, sorry, guys. It's a little bit more finicky when I do it manually. Ooh. What is going on with my lighting? I haven't changed anything. I'm gonna crank up the volume. Cherry, I love that for you, darling. I love that for you. Okay, do you know what I'm gonna do, guys? We're gonna go back here. Okay, we're gonna do our best. Or I'm gonna be sat here for 10 minutes messing around because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'll keep going until I get it right. And I don't think you guys want to look at me doing this for 10 minutes. Anyway, we're gonna get started. Any questions about what I'm talking about? Drop them in the chat. I'm putting over there. You don't know where I'm pointing to. I don't know why I'm pointing. You can't see my screen. Anyway, picture's not clear. I'm hoping the picture will pick up along over time. On my screen here, it's clear, but again, that could be an internet connection issue. I don't know. My gosh, working. You crank the volume to 11. Yeah, 11. But also put it on 10. I'm a weird person who can't have my volume on 11. Unrelated, but just thought I'd share. Anyway, so, okay, guys. So the first thing we're going to start, now pan over here. Do some pretty organized style. Anyway, so what we're going to start with today is talking about getting organized by for ready for Christmas. So the whole point of this video is to answer any burning questions you have and give some tips and advice that I use for Christmas, because also this applies to Thanksgiving. So if you're in the US, you guys have Thanksgiving. I believe Canada has already had Thanksgiving. I put it on Instagram stories and someone did comment to let me know. Was it Anne Marie that did it? I can't remember. I think it was Anne Marie that let me know. I'll have to double check that, but she let me know that you Canadians have already had Thanksgiving. So this can still apply to you for Christmas. And Australia does not have Thanksgiving. I was also let know, which is great. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is decoration. So we're going to kind of come across a couple of things. Apple and grape jelly. Oh, that sounds delicious. How do you do that? Terry, tell me more. Tell me more. But basically, so what I always start by doing is I go around the house and I start by looking if there's any decor that can transition to the new seasons. Like, you're going to have your little ornaments and stuff that are up all year round, so they can all be left. But there's some decor pieces, especially from early kind of autumn, that will transfer on into here the ready to start. Hey Virginie, what's up? How are you? But give her some various cookies. Nice. What you call her? What cookies you making? Tell me more. Thanks, I'm really nosy. But yeah, so I look at the kind of stuff that can transition. Like, if you do autumnal and seasonal decor, a lot of that can transition really nicely into Thanksgiving. So that's one good. Sorry, I can see my hands on the screen and there's a slight delay, so I'm sorry. I'm going to put my hands down. It's distracting me. I'm such a professional streamer, guys. But yeah, so anyway, go around and see what you can transition from one season into the next. Autumnal works really well with Thanksgiving and that kind of thing. So the next thing I always say is, oh yeah, before you take down any of the decorations you have up. So say you're fully decorated at the moment for Halloween, or you're fully decorated at the moment, or you're getting ready for Thanksgiving, because some people I know will still be on Halloween. Okay, okay, it's fine. Oh, there we go. Sorry, my keyboard lost signal connection. Anyway, yeah. So what I want everyone to do, obviously, do it if you want, don't do it if you don't want to. But anyway, what I like to do is I get all the boxes with all the kind of remaining decor that hasn't gone out and hasn't gone up, because what we all do is we put up the decor we like, and if we don't like it, we're like, I'll put it in the box. Now, obviously, some of it will be sentimental, and that's fair enough. But I always say anything else that's still in the box and you didn't put it up because you don't particularly like it or you don't care about, I would recommend decluttering it and donating it to a charity shop. If anything's broken, throw it away, recycle it, whatever, pass it on to someone who you know would be able to fix it, and stuff like that. Because now, I don't know about the rest of the world, but I know in Ireland it's really hard to, if some don't get put up often. Exactly, Nima. So what I find is in Ireland, once we hit like Stephen's Day or Boxing Day in the UK. It's 26th of December. Once you hit kind of that time coming up to New Year's, the charity shops, donation shops here, version would be the Goodwill basically in the US and stuff like that. I think they're in Canada as well. But donation charity shops will not take Christmas decorations after Christmas, essentially. So if you need to get rid of Christmas decorations, Thanksgiving decorations, Halloween, you want to donate them, now's the time to do it. Some places will still take Halloween, but a lot of them won't. So remember this for next year. That's what I'd say. Remember for next year. But yeah, so go through the boxes, see what you have left, and create. If you have a lot of stuff left, go through it and see what you like and what you don't like. And then that's a really, really good way to quickly declutter decorations because you already know that you probably don't like the stuff because you didn't put it up. So, you know. But yeah, so the next thing, what do I have here? Oh yeah, so as you're going through and as you begin, then you've cleared out your boxes, you've got all your stuff ready. The next thing I would recommend is to label all your storage boxes or bags or bins. Now, what I generally recommend for storage is the clear plastic bins from IKEA. You've seen them on my channel a little before. I think they're called Samla. If you look at my Christmas redecorate video, undecorate video from last year, they are they're linked in that. And they're not that expensive. They're pretty good value for what you get. But get your storage boxes or whatever. And if you don't want to buy storage boxes, don't like use what you have. But what I would always recommend is label everything. So once you label it, also depends on our thrift shop is first. Now that's so true, Robin. That is really, really true, especially in Ireland. Our charity shops are tiny, like they're just normal little small shops. So they've limited storage. So that's a very good point. And that's what I'm saying. Get in now, get in early before everybody else comes with all their stuff. But yeah, so when you're taking down your decor, you have your boxes or your storage receptacles ready to go. They are labeled. Label them, very important, either by room or by type is what I would suggest. Then go around with like a cloth or a duster and hoover, have them with you. So as you take down, say, your garland, you're dusting the surface or doing your polishing, whatever you need to do. And then you give it a quick hoover when you're done because you're going to get a lot of dust and a lot of stuff. Because I find I know for me, when I have decorations up, I don't clean nearly as often because, they look nice and I don't want to move them because it's such an effort to move them. But, and then kind of do a big clean when the seasonal stuff is finished. So bring your duster, your cloth, your vacuum. Sorry, when I say hoover, I mean vacuum cleaner. Thanks, Bridgie. I'm not great at taking comments, guys. Sorry. I think it's an Irish thing. I don't know. If you insult us, we'll laugh at you. If you compliment us, we're like, why'd you do that? But yeah, I'm working on it. So thank you, Bridgie. I'll take it. Grant. So have your cloth, your declutter, whatever. Someone in my office. Terry, tell them to leave. Say, get out. We're cleaning them before send off. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. You clean them as you go. That way you can wipe down the decorations if they're particularly dusty. So when they go into the box, they're not going in covered in dust. And also then, say you have your, I don't know, your windowsill has your, I don't know if you call it windowsill in America. The thing, I don't know. I'm calling it a windowsill. It's the shelf under the window. And then you can be dusting that, wiping that down. And then when you're finished, you don't have this enormous clean to do of all this stuff. You've gone through all the work to take on these decorations, you've packed them all, you've moved them, you may have gone up to an attic, down to a basement, into a crawl space. You've done that enormous amount of work. It is a windowsill in Canada. Okay, cool. So that's probably the same in the US then as well. Oh, Grant. That's all right. So, well, you know what I'm talking about. So you clean that off, you wipe it down, and that's done. And then you're not, you don't have this enormous clean to do. And it just, I feel like it breaks down such an overwhelming task by making it easier. And then hoovers, when I say hoover, I mean vacuum cleaner. Have that nearby. A great one to do if you have them is a Dyson, cordless Dysons. They're brilliant. I know not everybody has Dysons. Dysons are very, very expensive. I love Dyson. I think they are the bee's knees. I know Shark are a huge one in North America. They're a really big brand there. Shark are another one that are meant to make really, really good cordless vacuums. I can't comment on that because I've never used one, but everybody I know who has one and a lot of the content creators I watch use them and say they're brilliant. Also, you have the brand called Hoover, who are also amazing. We have a work Hoover I'm pointing at my garage in case you're wondering. We have the grey Hoover we use in the garage series. is a Hoover. That thing is about 30 years old. It's still going. Like, still going. Not a problem to it. It's grand. So they're an amazing brand. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm gonna keep going. I don't want to be blathering on and get through nothing. Yeah, so just as you go, put them in the box and just the surfaces as you go. And then make sure all your boxes are labeled. Clear plastic bins, I already said that. I also would buy any storage. Oh, thanks, Addie. Welcome. Lovely to have you. How are you getting on, Addie? Let me know. Love your show. You have a Shark as well. Okay, cool. So Shark are also a really good brand. Amazing. I must try a Shark actually. I want to get the new Dyson, but it's like 700 quid. Maybe they'll sponsor me one day. Give me a free Dyson. Who knows? I joke. Yeah, buy your storage before you start decorating. I'd also recommend. Let me see. Oh yeah, keep all your seasonal decor together. So the old machines never die. That's with these plastic. Oh my god, that's so true. But like the new ones are just like you drop them 2 inches and they crack in half. That thing's fallen down the stairs. I don't know how many times. Like literally the whole stairs. And we have like a L-shaped stair. Like and it's gone down. So yeah, keep all the seasonal decor. So if it's in your attic, if it's in your garage, your garage, if you're in the US, I said that wrong, but anyway. If you're in North America, if it's in your basement, wherever you have it stored, I usually pick a section or a corner for seasonal decor. If any of you guys watch A Hoarder's Heart, Miss Hart, she has a cross base, what she calls it, the Christmas cave. That's something to look at. If you look at her credits, you'll see that. And she has a lot of Christmas stuff there, but she also puts her Easter stuff in, so that's a good kind of sits up, I think, once it's all down. Oh yeah. So then once all the decorations are down, we can get into the cleaning. So what I usually do is I do a deep clean before Christmas. Now some people will leave this until after Christmas. They'll do the spring clean in January. Some people wait till February, March. I like to do it before Christmas, just so the deep clean in January, the spring clean isn't this enormous task. So what I usually do is I will start. What does that say? Oh yeah. So the first thing I'll do is get these things down. Get the nets. Get your blinds down. Get your curtains down. Is one of the first things I'll do and get them running in the wash because the washing machine takes a while. So leave them running. I'm going to fly through this clean a bit because I've shown you how to clean before and I want to kind of get into the more festive stuff. Again, as I already mentioned, decorations, open up the boxes as you're putting out all your Christmas decorations. Or your Thanksgiving, whichever this applies to you. As you're pulling out the next set of decor is a good time to go through. But before we get to that, what I always say is try not to have 2 sets of seasonal decor at once, especially if you have the same color box. Like if you have different boxes, it's fine, but it can become really overwhelming if you have piles and piles and piles of decorations. And I don't want people getting overwhelmed. The whole point of this is to make it less stressful, and for you guys to actually be able to do this and have a relaxing time and whatever. So I already mentioned the stuff with the Christmas decor, get rid of it before Christmas, all that kind of a jazz. Grant. So I also always say, guys, start high and work down. So brushing all the cobwebs off the ceiling, wipe down your ceilings if you feel you need to, if they're dusty. You saw me do with the brushed fiber cloth earlier in the year. I find that really, really good. And your walls, get your curtains down, your nets, blinds. If you want to clean a blind, if it's a roller blind, fully roll it out and you can just vacuum it. That's a really, really good way to clean them. I really like nets. Now, some people don't like these because they're old fashioned, but I really like them because you just fire them in the washing machine. They go on a really short cycle and you throw them back up and they literally dry. You can hang them. I do say wet because they don't even get wet, they're like damp. You hang them like that and the creases fall out. Now I actually let them dry, that's why mine are all creasy. But throw all them up. Then get up to your ceiling lights. This is your reminder, guys, right now. I'm going to give you a reminder right now in case you haven't done it recently. Get up and clean your ceiling fans. Get up and clean your ceiling light fixtures. These are all the things we all forget to do. The tops of shelves, high shelves, all those kind of things. Get all that down. And also, as I think I mentioned in previous videos, I like to do up high, like roofs, ceilings, high shelves, and then leave it a couple of minutes. Like leave the room, go get a coffee, you know what I mean? Go for a quick walk. You know what I mean? Make a phone call, whatever. I usually give it about 10 to 15 minutes. If you can give it half an hour or two and just let all that dust that's in the air that you've just kicked up, let it settle. Obviously, the microfiber is going to catch a lot of it, but it's not going to catch everything. in most cases. And then the next thing I do after I get all the ceilings, walls done is windows, then get just on all the shelves and the units in the room. Closet dust bunnies on the plates. Oh my god, so true, so true. We don't have fans here really, like they're not really that popular. But I stayed in a friend of mine's house in the US before, and also my cousin's house. And I remember they were cleaning their blinds. I've also seen on YouTube videos, and it's crazy the amount of dust up there. Because also, if you've dust on your fan blades, every time you spin that blade, you're just blowing dust around the room. So you know you don't undo all your good cleaning work. But yeah, so wash your windows, dust all your. I would say actually dust your shelves first, then wash all your windows. And then I usually take the time before Christmas because obviously around Christmas we've a lot more visitors coming, people to see you. And as the kind of restrictions on the pandemic are beginning to lift now, I think they're lifting it pretty much everywhere now. I think a lot more people are going to have Christmas visitors this year, like a huge amount more. And I think people you probably haven't seen for years may very likely turn up because, you know, we're all trying to get out after times are extreme here. So fans are really used to central heating and AC. Yeah, we just have central heating here. We don't have AC. Like shops have it, but the houses don't really have it. So that's why when the temperature spikes here in the summer, we open the front door of the house, the back door of the house, and hope for the best. Open all the windows. But so I would then move on to soft furniture. I always do this before Christmas because you have so many visitors and guests and all the other kind of stuff. So cushion covers, you know, pillowcases, like you know your cushion covers on your chairs. A lot of the couches, settee, sofa, whichever word you like to use first. They gather a lot of dust and stuff over the year, so I usually take them off and then hoover the cushions, throw them in ours. I think ours can be machine washed. Not all of them can. If you're not sure, check with the manufacturer, or risk it for a biscuit. I'm not telling anyone to wash stuff that is not washing machineable. That's not my advice. I'm not saying that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll ruin it. And always stick with low temperatures if you're not sure, because high temperatures will shrink it. But yeah, so do that kind of stuff. And then vacuum and then, oh yeah, this is the time of year as well I used to move the furniture. You know, that big furniture that we don't move throughout the year to hoover. Couch, chairs, big units. I usually do it now, and if I don't do it now, I'll do it in January. But yeah, and then as you go, if you see it to declutter, you see it and you don't want, get rid of it. Make a box. What I would recommend is have a box or a bag in your throw blankets. Thank you, excellent point. Throw blankets in the wash as well. Thank you, Robin. Excellent point. And obviously wipe down all your ornaments and little bits. And I keep pointing out, I don't know if you guys can see my shelves, they're absolutely flipping horrendous. I took all the stuff out of the box room, as you all know, and I brought it in here, and then I just ignored it and pretended it wasn't there. And then when I hurt my ankle, I had to have a clear floor. So yeah, I had to put them all on my shelf. So I'm gonna give you a quick preview, guys. They're all just rammed in. But yeah, so oh, I'm not, is that on my straight? I don't know. Close enough. You guys don't mind. Yeah. So yeah, vacuum the floor, move the furniture, throw blankets. So essential, especially in ours because we use one of the throw blankets to protect the quilt, protect the couch, because Max sheds everywhere. So yeah, and then start putting your rooms back together. And once the rooms are done, then start to decorate. Like I personally won't take down the decorations till all the rooms are done. Because again, if you're decluttering, you're just creating piles and piles of mess. And you know, the worst thing to do is to get overwhelmed with like just stuff. So okay, next thing we're moving on to. I've already said about one season decor at once. Yeah, grand. So if you're leaving up the autumn decor for Thanksgiving, if you haven't already had, if you're not in Canada, because I know you guys have already had Thanksgiving. What did I say? Oh yeah, I would start by doing your swap outs. Yeah, you are. I already said that. Sorry, guys, I made very, very extensive notes. I'm gonna half use them. But yeah, do your swap outs before you do it and clean what you have out before you take out more stuff. And then if your decor is well stored and you have plastic boxes or you have seal boxes or seal bins, they shouldn't be too dusty. And if you've wiped them off putting them in, I don't know what am I doing the Macarena? What you call her? If the boxes are well sealed and you dust them down before you put them away, they shouldn't be too bad now. But if they are, what I'd recommend is have a microfiber duster. I cannot express this enough, guys. I really highly recommend the E-cloth dusters. They're fantastic. I love them. They're the best. They also do a glove, which I find really good for decorate. I had a glove and I caught it on the thing and I ripped it, so I have to throw it away. But yeah, they do like a mitt thing, and it's a duster mitt, and it just clings. It just holds so much dust. They're amazing. But yeah, so if you wipe the dust, it comes out. Especially Christmas stuff, you get a lot of glitter. Like there's glitter on everything. Excuse me. But yeah, so clean as you go. Also, if you have any plastic decorations, any Delft decoration, and not all, but a lot. I don't know if you could actually do this, but I tried it last year and it was really good. A lot of them can go in the dishwasher. Like if they're not glittery or have bits hanging off them like ribbons and stuff, they can actually go in the dishwasher. So if you're not sure if it can be dishwashed, maybe try it like a piece of it or whatever, like and see how you get on. Like if it's a flowers or any like artificial flowers, you might if you can some of them you can pop off the leaves, just throw a couple of leaves in to the dishwasher when you're running and see how you get on. Also just run at a lower temperature. That's also gonna really, really wet. It's gonna really clean them, sterilize them, and also it's just gonna make them look really, really nice and get rid of all the dust. Save you having to go through little by little. And then here we are. Check your own. Oh yeah, I already said check your own stuff first. Kathy, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're delighted to have you. We're just talking about Christmas decorations at the moment and baby ball cages. Oh my god, that's such a great idea. Robin, are you sure you should be doing this? That's actually an unreal idea. A baby ball cage. That's such a good idea. Thank you for sharing that, Nima. Much obliged. That's a great idea, actually. Never even thought of that. But yeah. Oh yeah. So what I also try to folks to do is stick on one room at a time when you are decorating. Like don't, because what I find is Kathy would watch miss. We talked about cleaning ahead of Christmas. Try and deep clean as you go when you're taking down decorations. The small stuff. As you're taking in your decorations, wipe down the decorations and wipe down the surface. So you're not left with a massive task. What else did I talk about, guys? What I'm going to request is the guys who've been watching from the start, if you can drop a few things that I've already said in the comments down below. Any hot tips that you found useful, rather than me going over everything all over again. Kathy, I'm going to be making this available on my channel, so you'll be able to watch it back from the start afterwards, if you like. So what else? Oh yeah, I try and stick with decorating one room at a time, because I find if I have, say, the garland in the dining room and then I have the tree in the hall or the tree in the kitchen and then I have a wreath up here and I have a thing, I start where I am and I get confused. But also last year tried to, when I did the undecorate, which is the first video on my channel, last year I tried to completely reorganize the decorations. We'd already decluttered them. We decluttered them even more. And I labeled the boxes again. And as I was going through, I tried to keep all the living room stuff together, all the dining room stuff together, all the hallway stuff together. So I found that I think is going to make a huge difference this year when we're doing the decorations. But yeah, try and stick with one room and don't come out of that room till you've finished, because I find when you are decorating, stuff does get very untidy. Like you have boxes and you're throwing stuff here and I have to come back to that light or whatever, I'll untangle lights and you throw stuff around. And so rather than creating messes in loads and loads of rooms, you stick in one, you do one, and then you wait till you're finished before you move on to the next one. And again, declutter as you go. If you come across like a load of decorations and you love them last year and you hate them now, declutter them, like donate them. There'll always be somebody who'd love stuff like that. And also, and as you finish, say you get to the end of your living room collection of decorations, if you have a box of stuff and you don't like any of it, declutter, like literally give it for donation. Because you're going to also, with donations, you're going to be helping a lot of people from when they sell it. So I call them in back to storage. Oh yeah, and when you're finished with the bags and boxes, put them into storage immediately, or make a pile in like one area that's accessible and keep them there rather than leaving boxes everywhere and leaving yourself with a huge cleanup job to do. Literally stack them all, or if they're bags, put them all together and put them straight back up into storage rather than leaving them lying around the house for a couple of days. Because I know we can all do that just because it's easier and we get busy and then all of a sudden it's, maybe 3 to 4 days to Christmas and you have people coming over and then you're stressed because you have a lot of cleaning to do. And if you're hosting and preparing food as well. So we're trying to remove the stress, guys. We're trying to remove and minimize the stress. But yeah, and then what I always do is once the decorations are all up, I give a quick vacuum of the whole downstairs. We don't really decorate upstairs, to be honest. It's just not a thing that we do. I have a light for my window, my bedroom window, but like that's about it. It's like a little happy Christmas line. That's it, pretty much. And I have a couple of like strings of LED lights and stuff. But yeah. But yeah, give a quick vacuum when you're done, just to pick up all the dust and pick up all the glitter and all the other malarkey that falls. And again, if you like just the decorations as they're coming out, if they weren't properly stored and they are very dusty, dust them as you go. I would recommend. And then once you, because well, a lot of it's just going to fall on the floor, give it a quick vacuum, that'll get rid of it. So next things next is then make sure, guys, all of your boxes before they go up into your attic, basement, whatever, your loft, crawl space, wherever they're going, label them. Label them now. Even if they're empty and you're not entirely sure it might change, stick a label on them. Just try and remember what came out of them so it's easier for you to put stuff away. Okay. Oh yes. And now we're going to move on to quite a section, which I think is probably one of the biggest sections for Christmas / Thanksgiving, is your food prep. Okay. Food prep, guys. This is going to take a lot of stress, I think, off a lot of people. Now, if you're someone that eats everything pre-made, that's cool. This is probably not a big point of stress for you. Or if you go to somebody else's house for Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, whatever seasonal area, again, probably not a big piece of stress for you. But for those of you who do, I'm going to fly through food really, really quickly because I've got a few bits to say and I don't want this dragging on for ages because I know you guys have stuff to do with your lives. I don't want to take up your whole day. But yeah, the first tip I'll give is decide on what menu you want for the day. Like, I mean, put everything. If you're having carrots, put carrots on it. If you're having a turkey, the turkey. Don't just put the turkey. Put the whole list of the things. It's like the turkey also comes with the stuff, the trimmings and the cranberry sauce and the potatoes and whatever. List everything. Oh, you might need butter for the skin or whatever. Rosemary, cloves. If you need them, put them down. Even if you have them, write them down. So make a detailed meal list for the day and stick to it. Nemo, only cook what you eat. That's, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Nemo. When they left, I've missed it all. You haven't, Terry. You really haven't missed much. And I'm going to be uploaded onto the channel afterwards. So you can watch back anything you missed. Oh yeah, that's because that's the thing. Christmas, we all like. I don't know if this thing in America and across the world, Australia and everywhere else, but in Ireland, many of us, there could be 3 people in the house, and we'll buy a turkey that'll feed 9. Like, and then we're eating turkey sandwiches and turkey salads and turkey curries and for about 2 weeks, like afterwards. Not 2 weeks, but you know what I mean. And you end up throwing half of it out because for some reason you bought giant turkey for no one to eat, and I don't know why we do it. I think it's just we like the aesthetic of the giant turkey on the table. I'm not sure why it is. But yeah, and also after like 3 days, everyone's like, I'm sick of it. Like, I don't want to eat turkey. I'm actually a person, I don't eat turkey till like the far end of the year because we eat so much at Christmas. Like, I might have the odds like turkey slice if my dad buys it, but if I'm out in a coffee shop or whatever, or like getting a sandwich, I will never ask for turkey, like ever, unless it's like, they do special Christmas sandwiches in Starbucks or whatever. I'll try them, but that's about it. So you'll be able to pressure can my left. Oh my god, yes. That's gonna be awesome, Terry. For those of you who don't know Terry, she does a lot of canning and dehydrating and vacuum packing and pre-prepping food. Revenge of the, oh my god, so true, Robin. Revenge of the absolute left, and they last forever. Last year I cooked chopped 2 trays. I'm not joking, they're about this size of vegetables and then roasted them. There was me and my dad. Like, guys, there was enough for about 12 people. Like, I'm not even being smart. I just was like, I'm looking at me at Christmas Eve, chopping my vegetables. I'm so organized. That was great. Chop away too many. But yeah, like, unless you're roasting stuff, guys, you can always make more afterwards. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, so make your full list and work out what the amounts you need. Like, don't just write like potatoes. For example, potatoes. How many potatoes do you need? Is there 2 people in your house? Is there going to be 15 people coming over? Is there 30 people coming over? You know what I mean? Try and work out your amounts as well if you can. So 12 potatoes, whatever. If you're making mash and boiled potatoes and say potato gratin and roasties, try and figure all that stuff out. And yeah, it is time consuming and it can be a little bit monotonous and it can be a bit finicky. But trust me, the extra, like, say 20 minutes, 30 minutes you're going to spend making this list is going to save you hours in the long run and a lot of stress. Then the next thing I would say is go through your pantry, go through your fridge, go through your freezer, see what you have. And most important about seeing what you have is check, will it still be in date? Because last Christmas, we had no gravy. Because I looked at the thing, I was like, oh yeah, we have 3 things of gravy there. And then when I actually went to, check about 3 days or 2 days before Christmas, like, "Yeah, we have gravy." And then on the day of Christmas, I opened up the gravy thing and it was solid. And it was gone off over a year. It was expired over a year, so I couldn't even use it. So we had no gravy for Christmas, which was really annoying. And such a silly thing, like, but it like really bothered me. So like, it's Christmas, we need to have gravy. Um, but yeah, so stuff like that. Check the expiry dates, guys, and make sure they're still going to be in date and time. For the big day, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatever. Yeah, make sure it'll last till you need it. Make a list of what you need, like write everything down. Write every single thing down that you need that you don't have in the house. Like if you need, say you have say 3 kilos of potatoes, but you think you might need five. Like write it down. I write the expiration on top of the cancer box and I bring them home. That's such a good idea, Terry. I should really do that. That's actually amazing advice. That's actually really, really good advice, Terry. Thank you. Probably saves a lot of food waste in your house. Oh yeah, and then what I want you to do is make a list of what you can prepare in advance. Like chop all your vegetables can be chopped on Christmas Eve. I did that last year. Game changer. It was amazing. I could have really done it before if I wanted to, but we weren't busy on Christmas Eve, so I did it then. It saved me so much time. We prepped everything the day before. So then on Christmas Day, all we had to do really was make the turkey, which was fine, and that went on. We have a timer on our oven that you can put it ahead of time. So I can't remember, did we put it on in the morning? I don't know. Anyway, I know what my mom used to do back in the day was she'd put the turkey in the oven and then it would actually come on itself to cook in the morning. Like you could time it to come on at 6. And then we'd get up in the morning and the house would smell like turkey. It was so good. But yeah, that's something else to look into doing. But yeah, have a look at what can be prepped. And if you want, you can prep stuff and then freeze it. And then the day before, defrost it, throw it in the pots or into the oven to roast it. It's going to save you a lot of time, guys. And the whole point is to reduce stress. So we want to prep what we can ahead of time, not be leaving stuff to the last minute because that's just going to create so much stress. And especially if you're hosting for Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever, it can be very, very stressful. But yeah, make a list of everything you need. Even if you're not sure if you need it, still put it down, write down, put a question mark beside it on your list. And then the good thing to save time, if you're so inclined, a lot of the vegetables come pre-chopped. Like they make stew mixes, they make soup mixes. You know what I mean? You can buy pre-made, stuffing, that kind of stuff. Um, and then you can buy like if you're like saying do appetizers or sides, you can buy them bake in and they come in the foil tray, and all you have to do is throw them into the oven on the day, which is really good. I cook a big enough Thanksgiving meal out of most of Christmas Eve for a appetizer Christmas Day. You should make lasagna. That's deadly, Terry. You have lasagna on Christmas Day. Love lasagna. Oyster stew for Christmas. Oh my god, that's so weird. It's so good to see all your guys' different things because we are like in Ireland, like people do have duck, but like it's turkey. I love to see all people's different kind of stuff that they eat and things they do and all the different kind of cultural differences that we have. Because I know again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know in North America, well, especially within the US anyway, Thanksgiving is like the day. It's like huge. It's massive. I think the Super Bowl's on that day as well. There's a football on that day or something. But I know that's like the big, big day. Whereas here it's Christmas, like straight out Christmas is the biggest day here, like for sure. I don't remember. I already said about pre-made stuff. Yeah, and also another thing that I did, but in the past, was I went online to the shop's website. So your local grocery store, they all have websites now. Whether you go to, if you're in America, you guys have Kroger, Walmart, Target. I don't even know if Target sell groceries. I'm assuming they do. I don't know. I know Walmart do. Um, Publix is not another one. I think Costco. Yeah, Publix and Costco because I know Kim from the Wads does them. Also, great channel watchers. Not sponsored, just love her. She's awesome and she's absolutely hysterical. But yeah, you can go onto the websites and see what sizes are available because you don't want to go. Here's Christmas to your Thanksgiving's in October. Yeah, I heard that, Brigitte, that you guys already had Thanksgiving. So yeah, you guys have Christmas as well. Since the pantry looks like Walmart. I love that area. That's brilliant. Kroger's various meal sets you can pick. Oh, that's cool. I've been in Kroger before. I was in Atlanta for a couple of weeks there, a couple of years back. Staying with my cousin. And we went to Kroger. I loved Kroger. I think Kroger's brilliant. Your guys' supermarkets are so much like Kroger compared to Irish supermarkets. Bar like I think maybe 3 of them in the country. Your supermarkets, guys, are in the US are enormous. Like and the selection, guys. The Oreo oil, blew my mind. Like, we have Oreos, and there's, like, maybe occasionally you get double and you get those yellow ones. What are they? Caramel or something? I don't know. Caramel crunch or some crack or golden crunch, some of that. And then I went to, like, Kroger, and it's, like, 75 different flavors of Oreos. Blew my mind. You guys have so many chips, crisps, whatever you call them, sodas, the selection in the US is crazy. I'm dangerous though, literally. I'm just like, let me into the junk pile. You've got everything. Anyway, sorry. We're gonna focus, guys. We're gonna focus. Yeah, so go online, see what's available. A really good thing for that is if you have to buy, say, stuff like cream. Cream's gonna go off fairly quickly. Milk, um, perishables, cheeses, hit and miss. Cheese lasts for 3 months. Anyway, and go on and see what sizes are available online. I found that really good last year. So rather than me going in and picking up 4 like small cream cartons that are like this size, which is also going to cost like a bit of money. If you could say Kroger, say you're in Target and that's what they have. They only have small ones, and then you go to Kroger and they have, say, a 3 liter one or 2.5. What do you call it? A gallon. There you go. I'm not sure who would need a gallon of cream, but if you need a gallon of cream, you need a gallon of cream. But you know what I mean? Have a look around and see what's the best supermarket or the best grocery store that's gonna get you the best price. Because if you buy in bulk, if you're making 10 dishes that need cream, then buy a big bottle of cream. Don't buy 10 small ones. Stuff like that. Look at the kind of sizes and quantities of products and what way they're sold, and you'll save a lot of money that way. And it's also easier because you'll have, you know what I mean? You also don't need to fill your couch with 26 items. Let me see. Oh yeah, and then pre-measure your food, guys. When you go to do your meal prep, take everything. I would take everything out. Ziploc bags are really good for that, especially the ones on IKEA. You can get the little snack size ones. They're good for if you're measuring stuff. I wash and reuse them. Completely up to you whether or not you do. You can also get silicone Ziploc bags, which are meant to be really good. Use ramekins if you have them, or just small bowls. Pre-measure, pre-weigh everything. It's going to save you a lot of time in the long run. And then use, as I said, bowls or Ziploc bags. Oh yeah, and if you're using Ziploc bags, just label everything. Or even like, I know you can pre-make, like say your soups and stuff, you can chop up all your veg and get your stock and literally put it in a large Ziploc bag, zip it, write the name and date on it, and you can fire that in the freezer till you're ready to go on Christmas Day. Throw that into a pot and off you go. Or Thanksgiving. And then check the expiration dates when you're shopping as well. See, and also order your groceries. If you're going through and you find everything you want online, order online if you can. A lot of places now do click and collect. They do home delivery. Or literally a lot of the grocery stores have now, you can make your own shopping list and just print it off and then go there. Yeah. And then so we usually get a fresh turkey. We don't get a frozen turkey. We get a fresh turkey to buy it a couple of days before. And then, as I always say, especially with turkey, if you're buying it frozen, allow 12 to 24 hours for it to defrost. Turkeys, especially if you're catering for other people, take a lot of time to defrost. They're really big. You don't want to poison anybody. They do take a bit of prep time as well, and buy the size and the weight that you need. So if you go into the thing and they're recommended, this turkey size is recommended for 6 people, and you have 6 people, I would recommend getting that turkey. Because also, not everybody's going to eat turkey. Some people do, but some people have a lot more than others. Some people prefer ham. If you do turkey and ham, depending on like what food that you do, my company's giving us all. Oh, that's so handy. That's so good. I remember, like, it's really weird in Ireland. Like, it's hard to get Irish turkeys. A lot of the turkeys we get are imported from France and the UK. I don't know why France. Apparently, the French like making turkeys or have a lot of turkeys. But yeah, if you leave it till the last minute, guys, it can be really hard to get a turkey. And they're usually really like they're the weird looking turkeys. They're the kind of ones, the ones that don't look like they have much meat on them or whatever. And if you're a vegan, you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. My aim is not to traumatize you. I apologize if I have done so. But yeah, recommended sizes. Try not to buy too much. Minimize leftovers. We really want to try and minimize leftovers and foods because that's going to create a whole other headache for you as well with your garbage, trash, rubbish, whatever. At the end, and most importantly, guys, most important of it all, number one tip I can give you: enjoy it. Enjoy the day. That's what it's for. You're meant to enjoy it. It's to have fun. It's not to be stressed out of your mind. Um, but yeah, and try to use all your leftovers that you can. Make other dishes with them. Pies are really good. You can fire everything into a pie. Yeah, and also if you're having people over, what I recommend is snacks. Get like loads of snacks. Um, for people to keep them going while they're waiting for the meal. Unless you have people eat as soon as they come into the house. And desserts. Go dessert heavy, guys. I would go dessert heavy. It's Christmas. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. But yeah. So yeah, and I know some places literally do full Christmas dinners. You can just buy them. I just saw there Kroger has various meal setups. I missed that one, I think, Nemo. But yeah, so that's a good one as well. Good bit of advice as well. You can literally buy a turkey dinner. So if you're having like a solo Christmas this year for whatever reason, or there's just two ease and you just don't want all the hassle and you're not planning to have visitors, then you can buy them pre-turkey full Christmas dinners pre-made. Cooking usually when trying to time everything is a lot of work and stress, but the reward is everyone's that is so true, Terry. It is, and it can be super stressful. We used to have around just 6 for Christmas, but my mom used to be so stressed out, like literally. So like, it was just our family and like 1 or 2 guests. But she used to get so stressed. Cook for 6 hours and a 15-minute meal. Oh my god, I know. I know. And I'm not being smart. About 8 of that 15-minute meal is people talking about the meal. And as well as that, another thing to do, Yule log cake. Oh, what is that? Is that like the chocolate spongy thing? It's like a Swiss roll, but it's just pure chocolate, or is it a different thing? What is it? Tell me now. I would like to know, please. I'm like, tell me now. Yeah, and we also do multiple courses in our Christmas. Like we do prawn cocktail, then we do soup, then we do like the turkey dinner. But we have breakfast early, and then we have we have dinner by 3 o'clock. I don't know what that is, but I want to take a picture of that real quick. Don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing. We'll look that up now. Yeah. So the next thing and store everything. My recommendation is have somebody in the house who, because usually there's like 2 or 3 people to do all the cooking, and there's usually 1 or 2 people who just sit around doing nothing. It's the way it goes, guys. It's just life. Or if there's people in your home, not always, but regularly of the male variety, will sit down and watch the sports of the day, or if there's a big match or whatever on, and that's fine. Let them do it. But then they're in charge of cleaning. Okay, they're in charge of cleaning. If you cook, they can clean. What I usually do as well is I will. So if I'm serving or whatever, when I'm say we'll do the starter, and then when we come out to refill the soup and everyone's in talking, I'll prepare the soup and I'll start to wrap up the previous course, if that makes sense. So I'll have my Tupperware ready to go. And I also, as soon as I finish cooking, I like to put on the dishwasher and either have it finished or have it running while we're having the meal. So then as soon as the meal's finished, we can get all that stuff to the dishwasher. So it's not like, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and you're there messing around with dishes, like doing dishes. But yeah, anyway, we're going to move on to the next section, guys, which is gifts, presents. Now, if you have kids, this is probably a huge amount of what your Christmas is about. And if you don't forget, this may still be a part of it. Some tourtière. Is that some kind of French tart? Brigitte, let me know. It's a cake roll. Okay, cool. Boucher de Noël. What's that? What's that, Nemo? My not great French accent. And that's my brother. I thought he lives in France. But yeah, so gifts. Gifts are expensive, guys. We all have different budgets. We all have varying budgets. I'm going to give you a quick tip now. I'll get this out of the way early because it's something I discovered recently, and I think it may be helpful to you. If you are someone who is in the market for a PS5, PlayStation 5, I'll come back to me by. Oh, cool. If you're looking for a PlayStation 5, guys, I wish you the very best of luck. First of all, that's what I'm going to say to you. Getting a PlayStation 5 at the moment you'd be easier to pull gold out of a tree. PS5s are a hot topic item. If you are someone who's looking for a PS5, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They are selling out everywhere. Places are going on pre-order. Pre-orders are taking weeks to come in. It's a whole thing. But something I discovered this week is if you're on Twitter, there are now Twitter pages that have been set up who now announce every time they go on sale in your local area. Like I got an Irish one, and there's like 4 different stores here. But I'm not a shopper and suck at figuring out people. So I make jellies, cookies, and bread for my family. That's such a good idea, Terry. That really, really is. Like homemade stuff, I really appreciate when people make me homemade stuff because I know that they actually have to put like physical work into it, and that like means a lot to me. It really, really does. I just want to say, I'll just quickly. I'm not over. I'm not. I don't care about your thing. I will come back to that, Terry, in a second. But PlayStation 5, I think, are the hottest commodity this Christmas. Everybody wants one. I freaking won't. I'm still saving for one. I did ask my dad for PS5 for Christmas, and he laughed at me, which I knew he would. But can't blame a girl for asking. They're also very expensive, guys. Very expensive. And do your research. Check the prices. There's a company here that and I don't know how much they're actually charging for them. It could be the known price, but they're a company where you can pay off your shopping over the year. They've been around for years. They have a catalogue. You can save up money throughout the year with them and then buy stuff at Christmas, or you can buy stuff now and then pay it off over Christmas if there is an interest rate on it. But on top of the interest rate, I think if you're in Ireland, you know what company I'm talking about. But the problem with them is they'll oftentimes put a markup on the actual base price before the even interest is charged. So you're kind of paying that extra to cover it. Jelly and English muffin bread. What exactly is an English muffin? Are they crumpets? Are they what the English call crumpet? Because I know what a crumpet is. I've heard of English muffins. I've asked some English people what English muffins are. They didn't know. So I'm not sure what you guys call English muffins. But yeah, so all I'll say is if you're looking for a PS5, go on Twitter, literally type in PS5 and then your local town. If you live in Ontario, literally type in PS5 Ontario into Twitter. And there's Twitter pages, and they're announcing when they're all coming out in all the shops. And hopefully you'll let them if you want them. And if you don't want them, then you can just ignore everything I've said for the last 3 minutes. But I've been really struggling to get one. I'm not in a rush for one. It's for myself. I just want one. A lot of you probably know already, I'm a gamer. I love gaming. I have a Switch. I play a lot of The Sims. Also, if you guys ever want to see me gaming in the future, let me know. You can set up another channel. Give me your opinions. Not a crumb, but slightly similar. Like pumpernickel is similar to rye bread. Brigitte, you've lost me. You've lost me. Crumpets, slightly similar. Like pumpernickel is similar. I don't know what pumpernickel is. I'm assuming rye bread is bread made from rye. Is that like a Ravita cracker? But like a bread rather than a cracker? The differences between nations are crazy with the food. Not crazy, but you know what I mean? It's so funny. We probably have a similar same thing. It's just a different name. It's like the whole battle of zucchini courgettes. I once went to a supermarket, spent 20 minutes looking for zucchini, went home without a zucchini, only to discover when I came home that zucchini is a courgette. Like, I'm sure we've something similar. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, guys. Anyway, gifts. If you want to get gifts, great things to get for people. Vouchers. Really, really good vouchers that I like. If you're getting them for kids, there's a couple of things. Obviously, there's like toy shops, stuff like that. They're great. Books, if the kids like to read. I know books aren't really a thing anymore. I still love books, so I just read them. Same to English muffins are potatoes, or same with carrots. I get you now. So no. Okay. They're both from the ground, but they're totally different, yeah. I get you now. I get you now. English muffins are potatoes, are similar to carrots. So no then. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so well. But what was I saying? Guys, I've completely lost from my train of thought there. I really have. I haven't a clue what I was talking about. Anyway, yeah, gifts. Vouchers are really good. Highly recommend vouchers. If they're kids and they like gaming, Xbox make vouchers, PlayStation make vouchers, Amazon make vouchers. GameStop's a huge and they can buy whatever game they like. The Xbox and PlayStation vouchers, be careful with them because they are limited to the console that they're using. So make sure you have the right one switch to them as well. Toy shop places like GameStop are great because you can buy everything in GameStop. Like you can buy all the different games. They do board games. They do like PC games, console games. All of the things. They're really, really good. In Ireland, we have a thing called One for All vouchers that everybody gets for Christmas and everybody hates them. Now, you can use them in most shops, but the problem is they've quite short expiries and then they start charging you like charges on the cards. And once you have when you feel under pressure to use, I don't know why. I don't mind one for all vouchers. I'm a big fan of them. But then when you get them, you feel under this like severe pressure to use them. It's really fun. But they're a really good idea in that they can use in like the majority of shops here, which is really, really good. But yeah, vouchers are a really good option. Bath sets. Guys, you can't really go wrong with a bath set. Anyway, I'm just getting off topic now. I'm just talking about how I'm going to go Christmas shopping. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is we are lucky within, I don't know about, I think Canada do it. I know Ireland is now doing it. A lot of countries in Europe have started to do it. And I know obviously the US does. Black Friday is coming up, guys. Black Friday is coming up. It's a really good time to do your Christmas shopping. Now, I know in America, from what I've been told, y'all go insane on Black Friday. There'll just be people throwing things. There's people attacking each other. You know what I mean? There's fights and shit. Madness, lads. Calm down. Mad. I'm not saying you take part, but I've heard these things happen. I've heard mad stories of Black Friday. So I'd like to bring your attention to online shopping, guys. Buy it online. Amazon do deals if you're so inclined for Black Friday. Most of the big retailers do deals. If you're in Ireland, big deals I know are going on at the moment. Dyson have €150 off loads of their things at the moment. They've already started Friday deals, even though we're not even near Black Friday. A lot of the big electronic shops, Curry's, Harvey Norman. Where else? I don't know about Curry. Guys, be careful with Curry's because they generally. I'm not throwing shade at Curry's. All I'll say is, I have in my experience, what I have experienced before is, I went to buy a product in Curry's. I knew how much it was. I've been watching it for about 3 weeks. The sale came up. I went in to buy it in the sale, and the sale price was the same price as it had been like 2 weeks earlier, but they said there was 20% off. There wasn't. So just be careful of that. Harvey Norman have done that a couple of times as well. And I'm not throwing shade at these shops. I'm not coming for these shops. They have their own positives and negatives. But yeah, a lot of the electronic shops do stuff for Black Friday. A lot of them have already started the deals. So in Ireland, and probably across Europe as well, a lot of the Black Friday deals have already started. On the day of Black Friday, they do specific deals for that day as well, which are really good discounts. And also Cyber Monday comes up, which is the Monday following it, which you get massive discounts online. And it's a really good time to do your Christmas shopping. Just be aware with shipping times. Keep an eye on the shipping times and try as much as you can to shop local as well. Like try and shop local if you can. Like all these big huge chains and stuff, they're great and you get great deals, but try and shop local as well. What I always do is make your gift list ahead of time. Like literally make your list of people, what you're getting them, and set a budget and stick to the budget, guys. Because I know I do that, and then it's like, oh, I only want to spend €20, or I have €20 assigned for that person. Grant, oh well, this thing's on 25, and I think they'd be really like it. They'd really like it, really nice for them. And then all of a sudden, it's like 3 here, 5 here, and say your budget's. I'm just making up in numbers here, guys. So say your budget for Christmas presents was like €100. Obviously, I spent more than €100. I'm just using it as a number, but say your budget for Christmas is €100, and it's like 2 here, 5 here. Then all of a sudden, you spend 270, thinking you have a massive credit card bill. In January. Do you know what I mean? Or you have like no money left by the middle of December to get you through Christmas. So really budget, guys, and try and stick to the budget and make a list. It takes the stress off as well when you've already decided what you're going to get people when you go shopping. So then you go and you're looking for stuff. You're not aimlessly spending hours wandering the shops going, oh, what I get them. Make a decision before you go. Like if you find something better, great. But if you don't, then you know that that's that thing. You know, that person's getting a pair of socks or whatever. Another thing to do is to buy over time. So now is pretty much a good time. I would have said last week, obviously I didn't do a video last week, but buy a couple of presents every week, guys. It really does kind of level out the financial burden, and you don't have this massive, huge bill at the end. Like literally, if you go into to your stores this week, go online and literally buy 1 present or 2 presents. I know, especially presents for kids. In case there's kids watching, you know what I'm talking about, guys. You know what's up. What you call it? Those presents I know are generally bought over time, and can be stored and stuff. Again, I don't want to say anything because I know there have been children who've seen my videos, family members and stuff, so I don't ruin it for anybody. I don't want to ruin the surprise of their presents, obviously. But yeah, as I say, it's like eating, guys. When you're what they say, how you say, usually eat little and often. I find that easier enough. It's easier to budget week to week if you're buying a couple of presents a week. So set aside, say 50, 100, 200. I don't know. If you're spending a million, go spend €1 million. Good for you that you have €1 million. But spend money. Scott, you're on Facebook there, Brigitte. Thanks, love. Watch, I'll have a look at Noel. But yeah, I find that easier, and then you can budget week to week, and it's easier to budget week to week and to get through the week and not be stressed at all the time. Because I know Christmas is a massive financial burden on a lot of people. Some people are able to afford Christmas, and they're well able to afford everything. I know, I just got an alert there on my watch. But yeah. So buy over time, guys. Buy over time. And it means you're not struggling. I know some of you get paid weekly, some of you get paid monthly. You know what I mean? Whatever way. So maybe you get paid bi-weekly, bi-monthly. I don't know how you get paid, but you know what I mean? Don't destroy yourself over Christmas and get yourself into an enormous debt, is what I'll say. I would, another good thing for gifts as well is to get like a nice box or bag or whatever, and get a couple of little things. You get more enjoyment out of that. And people don't need expensive gifts. Um, Really, like if you want to get expensive gift, fine, but don't bankrupt yourself to get someone an expensive gift that you can't afford, because it's just silly. But yeah, where are we now? Where are we now? Where are we now? I already said about the PS5. Go find a Twitter page of your local area about about the PS5s. Somebody had a time. Oh, I've said everything. That is everything I wanted to say, guys. I've gotten through it. I had like a lot of notes, guys. I had a lot of notes to get through. Yeah, exactly, Virgie. That's really good. Yeah, that's like what's it called, Chris Kringle, Chris Kindle, Secret Santa. There's loads of names for it. That thing, yeah. All the whole family comes together. Everybody picks out one name and you set a budget. That's a really, really good way to do it. You just have to be careful, because I don't think it's something I don't think it's something our family's ever done. But I'm in one of those families where I think some of them wouldn't. Like they buy their Chris Kendall present or their Secret Santa present, but then they'd go and buy a present for anybody. Anyway, I'm bad at that as well. I love giving gifts to people. I really enjoy it. I enjoy seeing people's reactions when they receive a gift. That's like my love language, I suppose you could call it. I know that's a thing. I'm not sure entirely how they work, but that's been said to me before. I really, really enjoy giving gifts. Gift giving. It's something that makes me really happy. I really like to do it. But yeah, so anyway, has anybody got any questions for me? Because if not, we're gonna wrap up this video. Because again, I know you guys have lives, you guys have work and family and friends and other wonderful things to do. Has anybody any questions? Oh yeah, and I will, as I already mentioned, be doing a print. Here's all my lovely notes, guys. My writing is shocking. What the frick? Oh yeah, it's from my gold pen. Obviously it will be tidy about to read, but I'm going to work on it in the next week or two, making a printout. I was hoping to have it ready today. That just didn't happen. I got just a few things came up. I had to go to the doctors for my review today in the hospital for my ankle. It's healing well. He wouldn't clear me to drive. I was hoping he would clear me to drive. He didn't not clear me to drive. He just didn't answer me when I asked. I was like, "Can I drive?" And he's like, "Oh, you're under physiotherapy service." And I was like, "Yep." He's like, "Okay, I'll have to refer to physiotherapy service." And I was like, "Okay, well, the physiotherapist told me that you have to clear me to drive." And he was like, "Oh, yes, 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 I will refer to physiotherapist," and then walked out of the room and didn't come back. So that was fun. Haven't been able to drive in 2 weeks, which is annoying. So I ran my car quite a bit. But anyway, that's my life update. My ankle is still sprained. The swelling is starting to go down. I can kind of walk now. I hate not being able to drive. Thankfully, it's not broken and it's not more serious. Also, did you guys enjoy my oh my god, of course. Course pack is the most important. Did you guys enjoy the camera setup, or was it the same as the last live and it made no difference? Well, let me know. Let me know. This should be actually. Can someone let me know? Is this video streaming in HD? I just want to make sure that it is actually streaming in HD. I did set it to HD, and my camera is HD, not 4K. Because yeah, I'm not about that life. I think it's H. Oh, crud, where are my chat? Oh, there's my chat. My chat's back. Cannot be forgotten. No, it's not an HD. Oh, for fork's sake. Well, then no wonder I look weird. Can someone let me know what what do you call it? What's freaking what am I talking about? Can someone tell me what quality it's in? Is it in 720? If you click the little cog, it should tell you if it's like 480, 720, 1080. Someone could let me know in the chat. What it is, because I should be streaming in 1080. I told it to stream in 1080. But again, what we tell it to do and what it actually does is not always. Because when you were saying it was blurry earlier, I was like, maybe it's just the connection. Because it's not my internet connection, I don't think. We have a 500 meg connection. So, which is like, hella fast. And my camera is always set to 1080. Anyway, I can probably check it afterwards. Anyway, guys, I hope you've been able to hear me okay. I hope you've been able to pick up what I'm saying. Special thanks and shout out to all of you wonderful people who have been here for the stream, who've been interacting in the chat. And even if you haven't interacted in the chat and you've been here, thank you. I'm so happy to have you. It's pretty bad, I'm afraid. Oh, crap. If this is the problem with streaming, on my stream it looks fine. Like it looks perfect on my screen. I don't know, maybe in the upload afterwards it'll clean up. Sorry guys. I did not know. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this stream. I love you all dearly. You're all fabulous, wonderful, amazing people. I'm hoping to be back with a video next week. I've started filming a little video for next week. Nice having you live. Hopefully it'll pick up in the replay if you guys want to watch it back. I hope you've been able to hear me okay. I hope you've been able. I know you haven't been really able to see me, and I'm sorry, but I did not realize that at all, guys, or I would have tried and fixed it earlier. But yeah, I hope you guys are all able to hear me okay anyway. So I hope everyone has a great weekend ahead of them. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. Y'all have a great week. You all look out for yourselves and each other. If you haven't already, as always, please subscribe to the channel down below. I don't know if I flip backwards. It's one of these areas here. There's a subscribe button. It's red. Please click it. Thank you. If you'd like to, ring the bell, set the notification to all to be alerted every time I go live on the channel or release a video. Also, guys, from now on, I have a community tab now. Keep an eye on the community tab. Any updates for the videos coming up right in the week, I will post on there as well as on my socials, which are linked in the description box below. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. And yeah, that's everything. Love you all dearly. Have a great weekend. And I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, guys. Love y'all. Bye.